Dear students, we studied about change of state of matter in the previous classes. We have seen about melting, boiling, condensation, freezing, sublimation, deposition, etc. in detail with examples. And you will find that in all these cases, that is melting, boiling, condensation, freezing, sublimation and deposition, in all these cases the process takes place by change in temperature, that is either by cooling or heating. For example, melting, boiling, sublimation, etc. take place by heating, that is by increasing the temperature of the substance. And condensation, freezing and deposition take place by cooling of the substance, that is by decreasing the temperature of the substance. So all these processes are called change of state of matter, and they take place by change in the temperature of the substance. And now here we will learn all these processes in detail. That is, have you ever thought that what happens inside the matter when change of state of matter takes place? For example, when ice melts and form water, what happens to the particles of ice? Similarly, what happens to the water molecules when water changes into water vapor? What happens to the water particles when water freezes to form ice? Similarly, what happens inside the matter, or what happens to the particles of matter when change of state of matter takes place? Today we will see about this. First of all, we will consider the case of increasing the temperature, that is by heating. That is, when you heat a substance, that is increasing the temperature, there can be three processes: melting, boiling and sublimation. So what happens to the particles of the matter when we heat it? That is, what happens to the particles of matter during melting, boiling and sublimation? First of all, we will consider the case of melting. Melting means it is the process of conversion of solid into liquid on heating. Here we will consider the example of melting of ice. So we experience this melting of ice in our daily life. So when you keep ice cubes in your hand, within seconds ice melts into water. So it is an example of melting, that is solid changes into liquid on heating. Then during this process, what happens to the particles of ice? So we know that ice is a form of solid, and this is made up of very small particles. We cannot see them. So when you heat it, so what happens to the particles of ice? When you heat it means we don't heat the ice cubes. Then ice cubes take heat from the surface of our palm as well as from the surroundings. So this is the way in which these ice cubes get heat. So when it gets heat from the surroundings as well as from the hand, what happens to the particles of ice? How does it changes into water? Before we are going to see about this, we will recall the definition of kinetic energy. We studied about kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by the particles of matter due to motion. So the kinetic energy is visible in the case of movement of particles. When the particle starts moving, the kinetic energy appears. That is, if there are more movements of particles, more kinetic energy, and if the particles are not moving, less kinetic energy. And we have studied that in the solid state, the particles are closely packed and there will be maximum force of attraction between the particles. As a result, these particles cannot move from their fixed position, but they can vibrate. So they show only vibratory motion. Vibrate means each particle can just vibrate at their fixed position. They cannot change their position, they will vibrate at their position. So in this case we can say that there is no movement, only vibration. So if there are no movements, the kinetic energy will be very less or no kinetic energy in the case of solid state. Now we will see what happens to the particles of ice during melting of ice into water. So for the melting, we will take out ice cubes from the freezer, and when you keep ice cubes on the hand, within seconds ice turns into water. So this process is melting, and the condition used is here heating or increasing the temperature. So increasing the temperature means the ice cubes get heat energy from the surface of our palm as well as from the surroundings. That is, the ice gets heat energy, then ice changes into water. Now when ice gets heat from the surroundings, what happens inside the ice? Ice cubes are made up of very small particles. So when ice gets heat energy, what happens? Ice is getting heat energy from where? From the surroundings as well as from the hand. And when ice is getting heat energy, we know that ice cubes are made up of small particles like this. And in this case, we know that ice is in the form of solid. Therefore, the particles inside the ice will be arranged closely packed like this. There will be less spaces and maximum force of attraction, and they will only vibrate. That means no more movements, only vibration. And if there is no movements, means there will be less kinetic energy because the particles are not moving. But when ice gets heat from the surroundings, what happens? The kinetic energy of the ice particles increases. Initially, the kinetic energy of the ice particles are zero or very less, but when you keep ice cubes on the hand, ice cubes are getting heat. As a result, the temperature of the ice cubes increases. When temperature increases, the kinetic energy also increases because temperature is directly proportional to kinetic energy of the particles. That is, if the temperature of the particles increases, automatically the kinetic energy of the particles increases. So ice getting heat from the surroundings, as a result temperature of the ice particles increases. If temperature increases, ice particles getting more kinetic energy. And we know that what do you mean by kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is the energy for movement or motion. If the particles are getting more kinetic energy, what will be the results? Ice particles start to vibrate faster about their fixed position. So these particles are getting more and more heat. So as a result, the temperature increases. When temperature increases, the kinetic energy increases. When kinetic energy increases, the movement will increase. The movement will increase means initially they are only vibrating. When they get more kinetic energy, they will vibrate very faster. That is, the speed of vibration increases. And then by the time pass, they are getting more heat energy. When the temperature is high enough, the speed of the vibration will become very large. As a result, what happens? They leave their positions. So initially they had fixed position, but due to more kinetic energy, they vibrate very faster. As a result, they are able to leave their fixed position. When they leave their fixed position, what happens? They will move from each other. Where how can they move from each other? Because when the temperature will become very high, more kinetic energy, more movements, the speed of the movements increases. As a result, they are able to remove the force of attraction between them. So initially there are large amount of force of attraction, but when the speed of the vibrations increase, the attractive forces between them will be breaking. As a result, they will move from each other. Finally, when they move from each other, what happens? The space between them will become very large. The spaces between will become increases. At the same time, the force of attraction between them will become very less, and finally they will reach a stage. At this stage we call it liquid, that is, ice converts into water. So this happens during melting. So we can conclude that ice is getting heat energy. As a result, the temperature of the ice particles increases. When temperature increases, the kinetic energy of the particles increases. As a result, more movements, more vibration, the speed of vibrations increase. After some time, when the temperature becomes high enough, the particles are able to remove the force of attraction between them. They will move away from each other, that is, the spaces between them will become increasing, and finally they will reach in the form of liquid. So this happens during melting of ice. Then can you explain about boiling? So boiling is the conversion of liquid to gas. It is also takes place on heating. So on heating, the same steps will be taking place. That is, when we heat it, the temperature of the particles increases, then the kinetic energy of the particles increases, the moments increases, speed and velocity of the particles increase. Then when they get more heat energy, their kinetic energy increases. As a result, they are able to break the force of attraction, and the force of attraction decreases, so automatically the empty spaces between them increases. Finally they reach into the next state of matter. So the same steps we can apply here. In the case of boiling, liquid is changed into gas. So when you heat the liquid, that is water, for example water, the initially there we can see that the particles are not close to each other because it is liquid state, but still there are small force of attraction, and when they get heat, the temperature of the particles increases. When temperature increases, automatically the kinetic energy of particles increases. As the kinetic energy increases, they start to move. That is, in this case, initially there are movements, but when kinetic energy increases, the speed of the movements increases and the velocity increases, more movements. So due to when the temperature will become very high, they are able to break the force of attraction between them. As a result, the space between them will become very large. Finally they will be changed into the form of gas. So this is how liquid changes into gas by boiling. Then we will see about freezing and condensation. That is, we have seen that what happens to the particles of matter when we heat it, like melting, boiling, etc. Now we will see what happens to the particles of matter when you cool it. That is, when you decrease the temperature. When you decrease the temperature, what happens? For that, we will consider the case of freezing. Freezing is the process in which liquid changes into solid by cooling. Then in this case we can say that the just reverse process takes place, because in previous cases the temperature increases, So kinetic energy increases and more movements. Here the freezing and condensation, temperature decreases, that is cooling. As a result, the kinetic energy decreases, movement decreases. So just a reverse process. So here we will consider the conversion freezing the case of water to ice. So when you keep water in the ice trays in the freezer, after some time the water becomes ice. So what happens to the particles of water during freezing? So when you keep the water inside the freezer, actually for which process takes place? Cooling. Cooling means decreasing the temperature. So we can say that when you keep water in the ice trays in the freezer, water is releasing heat energy. So water is releasing, removing, giving out its heat energy to the surroundings. That is, the cooling of water takes place. In other words, the temperature of water takes place. That is, the temperature of the water particles decreases because of cooling in the freezer. So when temperature decreases, automatically what happens? The kinetic energy of the particles decreases. Sorry, there is a mistake. The kinetic energy of the particle decreases because temperature is in directly proportional to kinetic energy of the particles. So because of cooling of water, temperature decreases. So as the temperature of the particles decreases, the kinetic energy of the particle decreases. So if the kinetic energy decreases means movement decreases. If the movement decreases means slowly the speed of the movements of the water particles decreases. If their speed decreases, what happens? The particles come close to each other. If they come close to each other, what happens? The force of attraction between them will become increasing. So initially there are less force of attraction, but because of less kinetic energy, the no movements, slowly speed decreases. When speed decreases, they come close to each other. When they come close to each other, the force of attraction automatically increases. When the force of attraction increases, what happens? The spaces between them will become very less. So they will come close to each other and the space decreases, force of attraction increases. Finally they will reach a stage. At this stage the water is changed into ice completely. So this is how water is converted into ice by freezing. So like this, when you cool any substance, this process takes. Students, now can you say about the process of condensation? Condensation is the process in which gas is changed into liquid state on cooling. So the same steps will be taking place when you cool the gas or when you decrease the temperature. What happens? The gas particles releases heat to the surroundings. As a result, the temperature of the gas particles decreases. So automatically the kinetic energy of the particles decreases. If the kinetic energy of the gas particles decreases, the movement will become very slow. Then slowly the speed of the motion of the particles will decreases, so that the gas particles come closer to each other. So automatically the force of attraction between them increases, and at the same time the spaces between them will becoming decreasing. Then finally they will reach the stage of liquid state. So this happens during condensation. So like this we can explain the different process of change of state of matter. Thank you.